Tonight on the ROWAN Rundown, Saxby's expands with the rest of the campus, students are rapping as the school year wraps up, and the ROWAN community came together to support survivors of abuse. Stay tuned.
The clouds and the rain will be moving into our weekend, but not to worry, we have a week full of high temperatures and sunshine coming up. Stick around for the rundown.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly, and you can too. Share your heart, share your love. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to the ROWAN Rundown. On Tuesday, April 2nd, the Wellness Center hosted its annual Take Back the Night celebration in the pit of the Student Center. Many in the ROWAN community came together in support of survivors of sexual or power-based violence. The night served to show students and survivors the network of resources available to them. Emotional support dogs Lily and Athena from the Schreiber Family Pet Therapy Program, as well as Wellness Center staff, were there to counsel attendees. The event ended with an open mic session for those who wanted to share their experience. ROWAN University is opening up a brand new Saxby's location on campus. The beloved coffee joint is moving to the Student Center at the middle of campus on 322, where thousands of students flock to each day in between classes to grab a bite or study for exams, allowing students to make a quick stop for their favorite Saxby's treat on their way to classes. A new student run app called Circles gives students a new way to connect with friends and people with similar interests. The award-winning app was curated by ROWAN University student Aiden Tamazian and Harvard sophomore Sydney Wiredu. Circles is a social productivity app which gives students a space to share their goals and connect with each other. Circles is now available on the Google Play and Apple App Store. After the break, find out how ROWAN's getting hip.
I see it!
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay. Just go to the site.
ROWAN gets hip with a new hip-hop culture club. A group of sophomores, including Yashira Guzman, are banding together to create a group for students interested in music. Those in the group say they created the club based on a class called Hip Hop Culture that studies the music genre, musicians, and of course, its culture. They say they want to create a safe place for students to enjoy a common interest. We were privileged on campus to get a view of the solar eclipse this past Monday, and Jared got to attend the viewing party. Here he is to let us know how it went. All right, so Jared, the solar eclipse party took place earlier this week. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, I can. So the solar eclipse moved across North America on Monday, April 8th. New Jersey was not in the path of totality, but we were expecting to be able to view 80 to 90% coverage of the sun, weather permitting. The best viewing time for the Glassboro area was determined to be at approximately 3:23 in the afternoon. So the Edelman Planetarium planned a viewing party from 3 to 4 p.m. at the Robinson Circle. Students as well as local residents were invited to take part in the festivities.
So what kind of turnout did the party have? Was it mostly students, local residents, staff? What was the turnout of the event like?
So when I stopped by around 1:30, people had already gathered in the circle, setting up blankets and sitting on the grass. It was sunny with just a few clouds, and the temperature was very mild, which is great weather for being outdoors. That also made it seem like an ideal day to be able to view the solar eclipse. Free glasses were distributed by the Edelman Planetarium to hundreds of students and residents. The science department had set up telescopes for people to look through, and there were also some stations set up that explained the science behind a solar eclipse. So these tools gave people a better understanding of this major event.
All right, so I guess that kind of begs the question, in the end, Jared, how was the view of the solar eclipse here at Rowan?
Unfortunately, Mother Nature had other plans. Clouds started to roll in around 3 p.m., and this limited the viewing of the eclipse when it reached 90% peak coverage. Personally, I could feel the temperature drop, and it did get a bit darker outside, but I wasn't able to actually see the eclipse. But afterwards, some people at Robinson Circle commented that they were just happy to be outside on a nice day and to be a part of the group, taking part in this shared, once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Definitely. I mean, we were super lucky that the university dedicated some of its time to it, especially because the next one isn't going to be for another 20-some-odd years. All right, awesome. Thanks for telling me about it, Jared.
Not a problem.
A team of engineers from the College of Engineering received funding for a nanofiber technology breakthrough, having developed a way to fabricate aligned nanofibers in continuous rolls of material. The team scored the attention of the U.S. National Science Foundation, landing them a grant close to $512,000 through the Partnerships for Innovation. Scientists hope to improve the efficiency of manufacturing and commercializing nanofibers. Looking for a pal? Stay tuned to learn about Prof Pals.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The student-run organization Prof Pals provides opportunities for students to make friends on campus. The club owns a public GroupMe account that allows them to share events they're throwing, such as Dungeons & Dragons games or a fun Zumba class. Prof Pals is open to all. The College of Performing Arts will recognize graduating seniors for their exceptional performance with medallion awards on Monday, April 22nd. Award recipients will present excerpts of their work in instrumental and vocal performance, theater, dance, music industry, and music education. Now Abigail has news on what's going on with the profs. Let's see what's new with Rowan sports.
It's not a long jump to say that Rowan's outdoor track and field team are majorly successful this season. The Profs placed third overall at this past weekend's Mets Championship, continuing a streak of similar wins and accomplishments. Junior Molly Lodge placed first in the 400 meter and second in the 200 meter, getting awarded Outstanding Athlete at the championship for these feats. Along with fellow juniors Jasmine Pope and Nevea Lorjust and freshman Brianna DeSanto, Lodge also placed third in the 4x400 relay, with the team also accomplishing a New Jersey Athletic Conference top time of 3 minutes and 55.78 seconds. In a home run for the Profs, the softball team continues their winning streak, hosting the Stockton Ospreys on Tuesday. The Rowan team achieved a victory, marking 17 games won in a row. The game was tense, with both pitchers managing to hold an offensive and keep the game scoreless until the 7th inning, when Rowan was able to gain the upper hand. This game marked the 900th win for Coach Kim Wilson in her career at the university, marking a huge milestone as she quickly nears 1,000 wins. Women's lacrosse misses another goal in their 4th straight loss. The team lost to the 19th nationally ranked Christopher Newport Captains, scoring just 11 points compared to the Captains' 19. The game was of special significance as it was the strikeout cancer game to honor Stephanie Alaco. The team's record now stands at 3-8 for this season, despite the outcome of the game. Athlete Molly Green had one of her best games, scoring 5 goals. The team only has 6 games left and will be attending the NJAC, where they will face off against Keene University. Back to the desk.
When we come back, will the weather clear up so we can appreciate the spring? Stay with us. Interested in social media? Spend too much time on your phone? Rowan University wants you. Or more specifically, the Rowan University social media team is looking for more student workers for its Glassboro campus. The positions the university is looking to fill are for content creation and social media community monitoring. Basically, making TikToks and interacting with other accounts online on the school's behalf. The jobs would provide marketing and communication students with plenty of entry-level job experience and the opportunity to work with professionals already in the social media industry. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to learn a bit about Rowan's future thanks to admissions ambassador Elena Lawton, who told me about her experience working the event. All right, we are sitting here today with a real example of a good Rowan student. Elena Lawton is an editor for The Wit, an admissions ambassador, she's a radio host at Rowan Radio, and a club volleyball player. But today, we're here to learn about the future of Rowan. So, to start, Elena, you recently helped out with the annual Accepted Students Day. Can you break down how that day went and what went on?
Yes, so I'm an admissions ambassador, which means that I helped out working the Accepted Students Day event, which I believe this was our 3rd one ever in Rowan's history. And what they used to do is accepted students would come and hear a big spiel about tuition and, you know, just like almost like an orientation from the dean. And it was very, you know, just stiff. And so the admissions team decided they wanted something fun. So the Accepted Students Day is kind of like a big carnival. There's a bunch of blow-ups and rides out on Bunce Green. There was a mechanical bull this year, which was super fun. They bring in some catering, lots of prizes and Rowan swag that they're giving out. And then like throughout the day, they weave in like campus tours, financial aid presentations, and then another really cool part about the Accepted Students Day is that if students decide that they want to go to Rowan, they're confirming it, they can put their deposit down day of. They've got a great big gong that they put out on the green.
Oh wow, no
Students
kidding.
can ring it as soon as they put down their deposit, which is really cool.
Yeah. So as an admissions ambassador there, were you particularly giving tours, running a booth, doing a speech, anything in particular?
Yeah, so it's a long day.
Yeah.
I was there all day, kind of doing a little bit of everything. So I gave one of the campus tours of the day, which was super fun. That's probably the best part about working in admissions, is giving tours and meeting prospective students. I also helped out putting together name tags, just working the field, making sure everyone got where they needed to go. If anyone had questions, I was there to answer them about the admissions process and confirming your acceptance to Rowan, all that good stuff. So I kind of jumped around a lot throughout the day, as well as in the weeks leading up to the ASD. We did a lot in terms of, making sure we had all of the signage. And, it's one of the biggest events that the university throws throughout the entire year. So a lot of hard work and planning goes into it.
All right, and something I was thinking about before we did this is you and I are obviously journalism students, and that falls under the broad communications banner. But out of all the different students that you had talked to on the Accepted Students Day, did you see anyone seeming to lean towards one particular school versus another? Like, did there seem like there was an oncoming bulk of communication students, engineering students, science students, anything in particular?
Yes, so at the Accepted Students Day, it's mostly high school seniors, people who have already gone through the application process. So a lot of them are coming in with a major in mind. Here at Rowan, we're a huge engineering school, so we get a lot of prospective engineering students. Anything really in that STEM area, a lot of students are interested in our research programs, especially pre-health programs, so that was probably the brunt of it. However, there's a little bit of everything scattered in there throughout the day.
All right, so last question for you. Obviously, you're a leaving senior this semester, but say if you were an incoming freshman coming into Rowan, fall 2024, what would be most exciting to you as someone who has just gone through 4 years here?
Well, there is so much. Rowan is constantly growing.
If you had to pick one thing.
Oh gosh. I would say just the excitement around all of the new programs that we have coming in, especially as a journalism student, with the addition of our veterinary school and our veterinary medicine program. That is such a cool thing that we're going to have animals around campus, especially new infrastructure too, like our new student center, new academic buildings coming. So there's a lot to look forward to for incoming students.
Awesome. Well, that's all we had time for today. Thank you so much for joining us, Elle.
Thank you.
Now, let's head on over to the Weather Center to see what we can expect for the weekend.
Welcome to the Weather Rundown. I'm Allison Cassidy. Today was not a great spring day. We had a lot of rain and clouds moving through with a high of 73 and a low of 54. This is going to be the trend for the end of our week, unfortunately, with the rain and clouds persisting into Friday with a high of 67 and a low of 53. The clouds continue to power through into Saturday with a high of 60 and a low of 47 with some wind starting to kick in a bit. But don't worry, the rest of the week is going to be just fine. Sunday we have a high of 72 with a low of 43. The sun's starting to peek through those clouds a little bit, as we love to see. Monday we have the sun full force and a high of 76 degrees, the best yet, and a low of 57. Tuesday, we continue to see those temperatures rise as a high of 79 makes its way through with a low of 52, with the clouds making their way in, but the sun still powering in for our spring weather. Let's head back to the desk to see our stories. As you can see, these clouds and the rain are persistent here in Glassboro. However, we can expect to see some warmer temperatures and a little bit of sunshine going into the weekend on Sunday. And for the rest of the week, we will not be seeing these clouds. It will be a high of 79 and sunny. So that's all we can really ask for, Isaac. I don't know about you.
I mean, all the talk of this warm weather, it's got me excited to go to the beach in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
But I just hope it stays consistent through the next 2 or 3 weeks so that by the time commencement rolls around, everyone's got a nice photo shoot to take outside of the stadium, right?
Absolutely. I can only hope, really.
Yeah. Are you walking in commencement?
I absolutely am, Isaac. And I'm hoping for good weather for that. Absolutely.
You and me both. All right. That's about all we have for the rundown. Thank you for watching. Good night.